Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Optimize FPL. We're going to take a look at Game Week 12, take a look back at Game Week 11, try to not cry because Maddison got his yellow card in the 94th minute after a dive, which was just absolutely insane. So we're going to have to figure out how to fix that situation on our teams. I'm sure lots of you guys are dealing with the same issues. So let's get into the video. Let's talk about it, and let's see what we can do to solve these issues. So looking at Game Week 11, we actually did pretty decently. I'm not going to lie. 54 points is not too bad. I decided to bring in Kepa. I know it says Ariza Balaga. I just can't be asked to say that every single time. So we brought in Kepa. Did very, very well for us. 10 points. Pope did also do well. He got 6 points. But Kepa definitely did a little better. 4 extra points. Very nice to see, especially considering it was a free transfer. Definitely took out James as well. Really, really disappointed that he's probably going to miss the World Cup. I mean, he's been playing absolutely phenomenally, and the fact he's not going to be there for England is such a huge blow for them. I am Canadian, so I'm obviously hoping that Canada does well, but I also have some English heritage, so I really want to see England do well, and seeing someone like James not being able to make it is really disappointing. Other than that, not too many other notable things that happened. Mitrovic got a penalty, scored it, which was nice. Kane, same thing. Holland not doing very much in the Liverpool game. Salah doing very well. Something that we should definitely keep an eye on, obviously, because he's one of the best FBL and players just in general in the Premier League. But yeah, the main issue we can see is that big old red exclamation mark beside Maddison. He got his fifth yellow card. He got 3 yellow cards in a row in the last 3 games, which is absolutely ridiculous for us. So now he is suspended for Game Week 12. Isn't that amazing? Just the way FPL just finds a new way to screw us over. Yeah, he definitely was not the planned transfer. If anything, I was going to potentially roll a transfer this next week because it didn't seem like I need anybody. I was maybe thinking about taking Bowen out because he's playing Liverpool away, but we're definitely not doing that anymore. Let's take a look at the team now and see what we got going on. So this is what the team is looking like. I've already made my transfer. It is Maddison out for Trossard. Nottingham Forest at home seems like a great fixture. I know there was some concern that he might be benched. I saw that Lallana is going to be playing in the midfield for Brighton, but I mean realistically, Trossard is one of their best players. They don't have any European fixtures, so it's not like they have to worry about fixture congestion coming up here. I just don't see the reason to bench him, to be honest. If I was Brighton, he just seems like such a good player that it just doesn't make any sense to me. We obviously have Holland, Martinelli, and Cancelo on the bench because they're not going to be playing this week. Riza Balaga against Brentford could potentially be switched out for Ward against Leeds. Leicester have been doing very well defensively in the last 2 games, or last 3 games, sorry. I think they kept 2 clean sheets out of 3. So they're looking much better defensively, which is good because they really needed to start doing that because they were looking trash before. So the fact they're starting to pull it together is good for them. The only other player that we're kind of worried about being benched is Nico Williams. Sounds like Aurier does have a muscle injury, and so unfortunate for him, but good for us FPL owners that have Nico Williams because it sounds like he's going to be playing. Yeah, realistically, there's not much else to say about this team. I've got Kane captain just because I think that he is the best player out of all these players and most likely to score. He's on a 5-game consecutive scoring streak, so he's been playing very, very well. Definitely somebody that I want in my team long term. I'm kind of happy that things kind of got screwy, and I can't get Salah anymore because I do like Kane, and if I ever want to get rid of Bowen for somebody else, it will be pretty easy to do so. There's a lot of players in his price range, Foden being one in particular that I'm definitely keeping my eye out for. But yeah, let's move on to look at some transfers, the transfer planner. Okay, so like we were talking about before, this is what the team looks like for Game Week 12. Decent. It looks okay, right? It's not going to be too amazing. I don't expect a green arrow here. I'm almost expecting a red arrow just because I know some people are probably going to be free hitting this week, doing some crazy stuff. Yeah, so let's move on to the next game week. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit here just to check out Game Week 13. So this is what Game Week 13 is looking like. The new player coming in is Foden. I'm going to be taking Trossard out because they're playing Manchester City away, which is not an easy fixture. Let's not mince words. They're going to probably get smacked around there. So yeah, I think Foden, he's been looking so good. I don't really see the likelihood of him being benched. Even if he was benched, we do have good players on the bench. We have Andreas against Leeds. We have Trippier against Tottenham, which is obviously not an easy fixture for them. They probably will concede, but Trippier is always a threat going forward, so he's not like someone. It's not like he's a bad thing to bench him. You know what I mean? So that's what the Game Week 13 team looks like. Game Week 14. So yeah, Game Week 14. We're just rolling this transfer here, boys. The team looks really strong this week. This is a week that I'm really expecting us to probably go up in rank. If not, I'd be pretty disappointed if I'm totally honest, because it looks like such a good game week for us. I might consider taking Bowen out. I do like his fixtures after this for the next two before the World Cup. So it's bad to. I feel bad putting 8 million on my bench, so I will consider taking him out and maybe bring somebody else in. I'm not exactly sure who I'd even bring in. I have about at this point about 1.6 million in the bank, assuming no other price changes. So I'd basically have about 9 million in midfield. I'm not exactly sure what I would do with that money. There's not a lot in that range. Maybe I could think about bringing someone like Kulusevski in if he was available at that time. But realistically, there's not too much here that I would change. Okay, and then game week 14, this is where I get a little bit, I don't know, I think I get a little bit crazy here, bringing Trent in against Tottenham. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, to be honest. I might just roll that transfer out to the next week and bring him in then. I think that probably will be better. But I am planning on bringing Solanke for Mitrovic. They play Manchester City away. Again, we talked about it with Trossard. It's not an easy fixture. Solanke has looked very good these last couple weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if he was back at his 6 million price by then. But yeah, other than that, I think the team looks pretty good. I mean, again, Kane against Liverpool at home, not an easy fixture. That's why I thought about taking Dyer out because it just made sense to me. Bringing Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's a much better player, and then it kind of like if Kane doesn't score, most likely Trent gets a clean sheet. But if Kane scores, then at least Kane scores and we get some points there. I just think the odds of Tottenham keeping a clean sheet against Liverpool is pretty low, so I'd rather just hedge my bets a little bit here. And then finally, the last week before the end of the regular season, before the World Cup starts, we are bringing Ben White in. I can't even remember for who. I think it was for like Gahey. Yeah, I think the team looks really strong here. I would really love to go into the World Cup with a green arrow. I'd love to be in the top million, if not more. Right now, I'm about 1.5 million. I've been going up the ranks very, very quickly, which is nice. It really shows how close everything is right now. So just keep that in mind if you guys aren't doing as well as you might want to or think you should be. Just consider that it's only the start of the season. It's only been 11 game weeks so far, right? Think about it this way: there's 38 game weeks in a season. That means we're about 1/4 of the way through the season. There's still so much time. If you're consistent with the game and you're making the right transfers, you're going to eventually rise the ranks and probably finish within the top million, if not the top 100,000. Maybe that might be a little bit too much. 100,000 is a very, very hard thing to accomplish, but I think the top million is a very, very achievable goal for everybody playing. So yeah, good luck everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you guys have anything else you'd like to discuss, any other transfers I should be making, if you think my transfer plan is pretty crazy, if you think I should be doing anything different for Game Week 12. It is a quick turnaround time, so there wasn't much time to make this video, so I hope that this was alright. Yeah, hope everyone has a good time, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.